Hi guys and welcome to another video. Today I'll be listing top 10 Gigantamax Pokemon. By that I mean the top 10 Gigantamax Pokemon I like the most looking purely at their design. Because I'm not a competitive player, so I don't really know how good they are in battle and I don't actually care that much about that. I said previously how I prefer Mega Evolution over Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon. And that is still true. But thinking about it, there are actually many ways in which I prefer Dynamax over Mega Evolution. Because every Pokemon can either Dynamax or Gigantamax. So in Pokemon Sword and Shield, every gym leader either has a Dynamax Pokemon or a Gigantamax Pokemon. But in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and Pokemon X and Y, only the really strong trainers at the very end of the game have Mega Evolutions. So you don't really battle Mega Evolutions for the vast majority of the game. So in a way I actually prefer a Dynamax as a game feature. But the reason I prefer a Mega Evolution is probably because it brought us so many cool designs. And I was making my last video, top 10 Mega Evolutions, there were way more than 10 of them I actually wanted to put on the list. But when I was making this video, I was almost considering making it at top 5. Because even though there are 33 counting Gigantamax Melmetal, new Gigantamax Pokemon, I don't think many of them actually look that cool. I think most Mega Evolutions look much cooler. But there are still some of them that look really cool or I like them from some other reason, so I still decided to make this video. Especially because it doesn't look like we're getting any new Gigantamax Pokemon anytime soon in any of the upcoming Pokemon games. And with that said, let's just get into the list. Number 10. Gigantamax Garbodor. After Pokemon Black and White release, a lot of people are complaining about Garbodor, the trash Pokemon, and I still see a lot of people hating on him, and I actually feel bad about it, because I think Garbodor looks really cool. And it's really cool to see Game Freak give him actually some attention with a new Gigantamax form. And I also like how it's used by Oleana, which is probably the last person you expect to have Garbodor as their ace Pokemon. And I like how at the first look you think, wow, did he like consume boats, buildings and planes, but then you actually realize, oh, they are just big toys which were thrown away. Number 9. Gigantamax Toxtricity. I think Gigantamax Toxtricity looks really cool, and I think it perfectly blends the design of the M-form and the low-key form of the regular Toxtricity. But also what really makes me like it is that in the Alola games, in the Game Freak studio, there is a poster of Gigantamax Toxtricity, but since it's so pixelated, nobody realized what it was until Pokemon Sword and Shield released. And I think those kind of references to future games are so cool. Number 8. Gigantamax Colossal. I think Gigantamax Colossal looks like a giant city-destroying beast from a Godzilla movie. And I also like how now it's a giant furnace, and it's made out of coal. So I like to imagine that it's burning up the coal that was previously a part of his body to get even more energy, so it grows even more powerful. And I think that's very cool. Number 7. Gigantamax Centiskorch. In Gigantamax form, Centiskorch gets really long, and I think that looks really cool but also kinda scary. And it reminds me of a picture I saw from old folklore in which a giant centipede is wrapped around a mountain. And it's also the ex Pokemon of Kabu, and I really like Kabu, so that's definitely a plus for me. Number 6. Gigantamax Corviknight. I know Gigantamax Corviknight doesn't change that much from the regular Corviknight, but the regular Corviknight is already one of my favorite Pokemon, and I think its Gigantamax form makes it look even a little bit cooler. I really like the red on its wings. It makes it look like really futuristic and cool, and also the little gadgets flowing around it look like something out of a sci-fi movie. And I really like sci-fi movies, so that's also a plus. Number 5. Gigantamax Charizard. I know a lot of you are going to think that I'm a Charizard fanboy, because I already put Shiny Charizard on my top 10 Shiny Pokemon list and Mega Charizard X on my top 10 Mega Evolutions. But I'm really not a Charizard fanboy. I think Charizard gets way more attention than it deserves. But if I'm going to be honest, I have to say that Gigantamax Charizard is one great Gigantamax form. It manages to look really strong and intimidating, but also really cool at the same time. And even though I think it was really stupid that they gave a Leon, a Galar champion, Charizard as his ace, I think it should have definitely been a Gen 8 Pokemon, but still when I was battling Leon for my champion title, and I managed to defeat his Gigantamax Charizard with my Inteleon, I did feel really cool. Number 4. Gigantamax Single Strike Style Urshifu and Gigantamax Rapid Strike Style Urshifu. I know these are two completely different forms, but I like them as the same amount and I like them for the same reasons. I think both of them have this sort of really cool and powerful aura about them. And also, Mustard uses the one you don't choose in his team in his battle against you. And I thought it was really cool that a trainer who is part of the main story, well, not really the main story, but the DLC story, actually used a Gigantamax form of a legendary Pokemon in his battle against you. And also that battle against him took me many tries to actually beat, which is a rarity in Pokemon now, so that made me love these forms even more. Number 3. Gigantamax Snorlax. I've talked previously about how I like Snorlax, and a big part of it is his personality, and I think they did it justice in its Gigantamax form. Now it became so lazy, it's just constantly lying down, so much that a tree grew on its stomach. And I really like how when it attacks, it still can be bothered to get up, so it just kinda gets his head up, look around and then attack. It just became so lazy and I love that. And I think it might even be a reference to Snorlax's old sprites where he was constantly lying down. And if it is, I really like that, because I don't like when they make a reference that's like really in your face, or like it's very obvious that it's a reference even if you don't know what it is about. I really like when references are like subtle like this. Number 2. Gigantamax Blastoise. I like how regular Blastoise is a turtle with 2 cannons on his back. But in Gigantamax form, on his back it has something that looks like an army base, or maybe even more like a super villain's base. But whatever it is, it looks really cool. And coupled with its more intimidating looking face, all in all makes it look really cool. Number 1. Gigantamax Pikachu. I know this seems like a weird choice, but hear me out. In the summer 2016, my best friend started playing Pokemon Go, so I started playing it too, and quickly after that I got really into it, so I started watching the Pokemon anime. And even though I did watch some of the anime and buy one card pack while I was still in kindergarten, in like the recent years, Fat Pikachu was my first ever exposure to Pikachu, so I feel strongly nostalgic about it. But that's not the only reason I put it on this list. I also like how they actually gave a form to Pikachu which changes his appearance drastically, because all the previous one, like Flying Pikachu and Surfing Pikachu, they all look like just Pikachu doing those things. Well, Surfing Pikachu has blue eyes, but nothing substantial. And just in general, I think it looks really cute and it's just a good looking Gigantamax form. And that's the list. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe consider liking it, or maybe even subscribing to my channel or clicking the bell button to get notified whenever I upload again. And both of those things will really help me out, especially because my channel is really small right now. And also leave me a comment telling me what are your favorite Gigantamax forms, and are you basing that purely on design like I am, or you're also thinking about how good they are in battle. And I think that's all I had to say, so I hope I'll see you again and bye!